I will not be suppressing my experiences to make others feel comfortable. Individuals will just be uncomfortable. And I'm going to be sharing something uncomfortable. This statement reflects something very real and undeniable. Living like this is inhumane. It is not normal. This is not just the way things are. This is not the way things are supposed to be. The system cannot fabricate crimes while allowing real crimes to persist without remedy. That violates the very foundation of the law. I know for a fact that beneath the narrative of normalization lies the reality of true crime. What I am sharing is the truth, and no amount of distortion or delay can change that. Statement of Observation, Emotional Harm and Awareness, September 4th, 2025, by Heaven-Marshay, subject, Incident of Emotional Impact and Child Recognition of Law Enforcement Presence. I am documenting this incident that pierced through every layer of me and my children, an experience so raw and devastating it is impossible to truly explain the weight it left behind. This moment reveals without question the lasting harm and awareness my children now carry as a result of the unlawful removal of their sister Nevaeh Naomi Nash. On this day, approximately around 11:07 a.m., I saw a vehicle that resembled a police cruiser parked behind Eric's car outside of our residence. That single sight sent a wave of terror through me, so immediate and consuming that of my body locked into panic. I grabbed the phone and immediately called my neighbor and tried to confirm what I had seen. I couldn't record while speaking, and by the time my children brought me the iPad, the damage had already been done. The fear had taken hold. My neighbor confirmed seeing someone outside, but could not verify whether it was a law enforcement vehicle, but he could step outside to check. My children walked to their room and looked out the window, looked at the vehicle, and with certainty in their voices said, "They're bringing Waya back." That single sentence shattered me. It was not an innocent comment. It was a recognition. It was a memory. It was trauma. It showed me that my children have internalized. It showed me what my children have internalized. That way it was taken by people in uniform. Although this may not have been the exact same vehicle from that experience, my children are able to recognize a police cruiser and immediately equate it to that traumatic event. That they continue to live with hope, waiting for her return. They were never told to associate a police cruiser with trauma. The experience itself taught them that. This moment was both beautiful and brutal. Beautiful because they still hold on to hope. Brutal because that hope is bound to trauma of watching their sister be taken. Their voices carried no hesitation. They weren't speculating. They knew what that car meant. They knew what it had done. In that moment, I realized my children are not just witnessing to what had happened. They are survivors of it. And that realization crushed me with a weight I could not fully put into words. I began recording immediately after the phone call. However, the vehicle left before my neighbor could step outside to confirm his identity. To be fully transparent, I did not want to be the one to go outside to determine who or why they were there. No matter how strong I appear to be, this is too much for one woman to carry alone. Emotional impact statement. I write this not for sympathy, but for the record, for the courts, for the agencies, for the public, and for myself. I am living in a constant state of hypervigilance. My body cycles through trauma responses daily. Yet I continue because I have no choice. But where is the remedy that was sworn to by the notified entities, agencies, and courts? Where is the enforcement of the rights that I have already demanded, documented, and defaulted? I have done the work. I have presented the proof. I have experienced the crimes. I have documented the crimes. I have shown the impact with every affidavit, every filing, and every breath in my body. This is not entertainment. This is my life. And what is happening to me and my children is not just cruel. It is a betrayal of every principle this system claims to stand on. I have not only survived the crime, but I've also exposed it with diligence most will never understand. So I ask again, where's the remedy that has already been lawfully demanded and administratively defaulted? I am not asking for a favor. I am demanding what is due in equity and truth and in law. Injustice everywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King Jr. I am not behind, I am aligned. I speak the law of truth, not fear. Every false structure around me must fall. My words hold weight. My light reveal lives. And I stand protected spiritually, lawfully, and divinely. All rights reserved. All submissions made in truth, honor, and in good faith. Respectfully, by Heaven-Marshay Hope. Living woman, lawful guardian, authorized representative, affiant, UCC 1-308 without prejudice. And this is just a notary page for me to swear that this is the truth onto the record. I am aware that the narrative of this not being a big deal is alive and prevalent, but I am not asking for anyone to validate my experience. It is not yours. It is not theirs to validate. I also know how deeply fear, trauma, conditioning, and programming shapes our thoughts and our reality. I look forward to the day when everyone recognizes their own worth and value as clearly as I know we matter. But that's not my burden to carry, and I will not allow others to project their doubts onto my knowing. That may make me seem intimidating, different, or even insane to some. And honestly, I can understand why it looks that way. But when you are living through what I am, those feelings are inevitable, and none of it erases the truth or the knowledge that I hold. They've turned knowledge into a privilege, something reserved for a select few, wrapped in jargon, guarded behind degrees and titles. But knowledge isn't theirs to keep. It belongs to all of us. And that means it's our responsibility, even if we weren't taught, even if no one handed it to us. The work still has to be done. We have to invest the time. We have to make sure our children know, even if we didn't, we have to do the work anyways. Because once you learn it, they can't flip it, they can't take it back, and they can't tell you that it's not yours. Connor truly said it best. Sacrifice supposed to hurt, just do the work, lay low.